Now going to recognize Ranking Member Meeks for his 5 minutes of question.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Let me just ask you a quick question. What do you think of the people that work for the State Department, the women and men? Are they good Americans?
Absolutely, sir. This is the third presidential administration I've served in, and each time I've had the privilege of working with some of the most talented and dedicated patriots who want to serve this country. It's never easy to downsize an organization or eliminate offices or bureaus, but we had to put the mission first.
And they make sacrifices for this country, right?
Sure, I think everyone.
They are, they don't carry weapons, but like the men and women of our military, they love this country. They come from the Democrats, they're Republicans, they come from all parts, and they basically took this job making great sacrifices even with their families. Is that not correct?
Yes, it is, sir.
And so these are individuals who, and I know when Secretary Rubio was Senator Rubio, we had, conversation. He would always, talk about them in a manner of them doing their job and dedicated to do their jobs. Not that they were not meeting the moment. They were meeting the moment. They were doing what was needed. Would you agree with that?
Certainly.
Okay. So now, let me ask this. Because when Secretary Rubio was here, he said, well, he was in Malaysia, I believe, that he was proud of the department's reorganization. On how it was conducted, he said, quote, "I would argue probably in the most deliberative way of anyone that's done one." Now, to me, that's a bold statement, and so I would hope that you have some things. So let me just ask you, yes or no, did you develop a detailed national security strategy to define what objectives the reorganization should achieve?
Well, thank you. So my understanding is the national security strategy is developed by the National Security Council.
But you didn't do anything at the state, because the State Department does a number of things that puts our national defense. They help us with that strategy. So at the State Department, was there anything any strategy that defined what the objectives of the reorganization should achieve, so that we know we're moving forward? Did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, the Secretary articulated that on his first day on the job.
Well, then, if you did, then it should be something in writing. Can you get us something to this committee to provide, to show us what the national security strategy was?
Sure, I think the Secretary provided extreme clarity on that when he said.
No, I want to see the document that you utilized. So
Sure.
if you have one, please submit that to the committee. The committee have oversight responsibility. I would love to see what the strategic strategy was and how you did these firings. Did you conduct a written analysis looking at the costs and the benefits of your proposed changes?
Sir, I can tell you the thoughtful
It's
analysis
yes or no.
that
Was there an analysis done?
Certainly. I mean, the individuals
So do you have the analysis, sir?
who provided us their input, it was
Do
based
you
on
have
their
an
years of
analysis?
experience.
Do you have an analysis so that we could know what was that analysis looking at the cost and the benefits of the proposed changes? If anybody's doing any work and you're doing something that's really comprehensive, there's an analysis done. You're going to do this. This is the cost. This is why we're doing it. Do you have that in writing, sir?
I don't know if we have it in writing, but I certainly know that analysis was done on.
If you have it, it should be in writing, and I would love to see a copy of it so that we can have it. If there's if not, then I don't know. Let me say, did you conduct a staff survey of the civil service, foreign service, and local nationals who work with us overseas in our embassies?
We did have a portal where we received 650 comments from employees at the Department of State, and every single one of those comments were reviewed and considered, and in fact, some of those comments resulted in changes to the
Were those comments in writing?
Yes.
Okay, could you supply that to the committee also, please?
I don't see why not, sure.
Now, in my opening statement, I said that one of your colleagues boasted in a briefing, this is what I was, to the committee, that the reorganization was developed actually not by talking to everybody, but by fewer than 10 people. That's what he said to us. Fewer than 10 people. Not going around and talking to everyone in that regards. Is that correct? Was his statement correct?
Well, I think there are, 6 undersecretaries? So if you count to the 6 people who are the most senior and most responsible for the various, organizational families at the department, that would be a minimum. And if you add 4 more people to that, I'm not sure all of the bureaus, you tasked the 6
Out of time. I
undersecretaries.
just want to submit this for the record, Mr. Chairman. I have a State Department document of frequently asked questions from May that I'd like to enter to the record. It
So
says,
ordered.
quote, the president assignment of foreign service employees is not a factor for refs.
So ordered.
That I yield back.